Hi, how are you? How are you doing? I hope and believe that you are doing good. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For our new subscribers, welcome. And please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Press that notification bell. Like our videos. And as we usually say, liking our video is for all of us, whether returning subscribers or new members of the family. Otherwise, karibuni sana. Mnaendeleaje? How are you doing? Can you tell me how are you doing? I believe and I know that you are doing good. Yes. It is very cold here. When I'm shooting this one, it is very cold, as you can see. Now, for today's video, I'm talking about fears of life. Yes, fears. It's all about fears. Yes. I told you I'll be talking about life, life too. Life, the way life it is, how I have experienced life, how I view life, everything to do with life. And so today we are talking about fears. Yes. What do you fear? What do you fear? As in, what is the worst? What do you fear? In your life, what do you fear? Or what did you grow up fearing? And then now you have grown up and you're just like, I no longer fear it. Yes, I don't know. You know, when you are kids, you fear a lot of things. You're usually scared by a lot of things, you know. Even an adult will tell you that, go back to your home while I steal you. And you're just scared. And you see that person just like, oh, he can steal me, you know, just because you are kids. Yes. So we have a lot that we fear. Personally, I'll share to you what I feared and what happened and what I fear now. Anyway, yes, it's an interactive session. I'll be talking to you and be talking to me. You'll be telling me what you fear there in the comment section. You'll be telling me your views. And I'm requesting, make sure you comment. Yes, comment. After watching my video, tell me what you think. Tell me what you fear. Share with me your experiences. I'm looking forward to have your feedbacks, your comments, because they are very, very important to me. Yes. And as for today's fears of life, what do you fear? Let me start by sharing my experiences to you. Me, I feared failing. Yes, I feared failing. Whether it's failing an exam or failing in anything, like I do something and it fails, I feared. I don't know why, but I feared. But what happened, I failed terribly. Yes. I failed another one, I accepted that failing is part of life. Yes. I think I've done a video on realities of life. Yes. And then as for me, I had to accept that failing is part of life. So personally nowadays I don't fear failing. Yes. I don't fear failing because I know that there is life after failing. Because personally I used to feel like after failing, there is no life beyond failing. You know, you're just like, whatever that I'm doing, it has to work because there is no life beyond what I'm doing and beyond if I fail. You know, yes. So personally, I used to fear failing. And what happened? I failed. I did things and they failed. I repeated and they failed. I failed again, and then I accepted that failing is part of life. And nowadays I don't fear failing. Yes, even if I do something and it fails, I'm okay. It's life. I move on. I want to know about you. Do you fear failing? Yes. By the way, what does failure usually scares? But also think it comes with what will people say. You know, all what you have grown up knowing. You know, like for me, I knew that I had to make it. I knew that everything that I have to do, I have to lead, and it had to work. But that is not life. You know, in life you have to do things, they will work, others won't work, and you have to fail. At times you have to fail. So personally, I used to fear failing, and I failed, and I no longer fear failing. Yes, I no longer fear failing. I would like to know your experiences. What do you fear? How do you handle fear? Is there something that you are fearing and that thing happened and now you no longer fear it? Do you have a success story of fear of failure? Yes, do you have a success? Because personally I have. Nowadays I don't fear failing. Yes, I have the confidence to start. Yes, let's share a little bit about what I learned from fear of it. I have the confidence to start. Even if I start and it fails, I'm just okay. You know, the best thing is that I started, I got the feedback, and if I have to repeat it again, I know where I have to change. You know, yes, I know where I have to change. I know where I have to put a lot of energy. I know where I have to put a lot of effort, because I have experiences. I have past experiences of starting things and they fail. Yes, I would like to know what you fear and how you handle it. And why do we fear, by the way? And sometimes we have fear of unknown. Imagine you are fearing something you don't even know. What if you know about it? Yes, what if you know about it? You know, what if you know about it? Sometimes you are fearing something that you don't know. Sometimes I tend to fear that we fear because we don't know. You know, because we don't know. That's why we fear. That's what we fear. And sometimes you don't have to fear. You just have to wait it happens, and then it's life. It happens, time goes by, life continues, and you're just like, oh, is that what was scaring me? No, it happened. Yes, what do you fear? There are people who fear breakups. Yes. I don't want to comment about death. There are people who fear sickness. Yes. You fear. Anyway, I remember there was a time I also used to fear standing before people. It's just like, if I stand there, what will I tell them? What will they do? But nowadays I don't fear. I think if I'm told to stand up and say something, if I feel I have the point to stand and talk and say it. Yes. Other things that maybe there are issues of self-esteem. Yes, maybe when you have issues with self-esteem, you end up fearing a lot of things. But when maybe you overcome maybe something like self-esteem, you raise your self-esteem, you no longer fear it. You are comfortable, you are confident, and know you can do it. I would like to know what you fear. Yes. The other thing that I used to fear is what will people say. Yes, I used to fear what will people say. As in how people are viewing me. As in what are they saying behind my back? What are they saying about me concerning me? I used to fear that one. You know, I used to have that tendency of, I want good things. I want people to talk good things about me. But you know what? I learned that people will say what they want to say. Yes. They say what they want. They'll say what they know and what they don't know. They'll say what they think and what they feel about you. They will say what they want to say. You have no control with that one. Yes. I accepted that fact. I have no control about what people will say. They can say anything. I don't fear. Personally, I don't fear what people will say. They'll say what they want to say. And personally, I usually don't have even an issue with people who are talking maybe something negative behind my back. My biggest problem is the person who tell me what they will say. Yes. Because if they say and it doesn't get to me, I have no problem. Let them continue saying and saying and saying and saying, because I'll do a lot of things and they will continue saying. I read something that if you fear criticism, what you have to do, you'll have to do nothing. You'll have to say nothing and you have to do nothing. Therefore, choose. Yes. If you don't want people to talk negative things about you, if you don't want people to hate on you, if you want people to keep on saying good things about you or nothing about you, then do nothing, say nothing, and do nothing. Yes, that's the truth. When you're doing nothing, people will say nothing about you. But I also tend to feel they will still talk. They'll say you don't think. They will say you don't do anything. Yes, you are lazy. You don't think. You don't have brains. You know you like lazing around. So personally, I used to fear what people will think. Yes. The other fear I used to have is fear of unknown, yani uncertainties of life. You know? Yes. And I used to fear, and you don't even know. You're fearing about the future. You don't know. And I think what helped me there is my faith in God. I trust God. I usually don't have fears. You know, because God is in control. Even if I stay there fearing that maybe this will happen, maybe this will happen in the future, maybe this relationship won't work, maybe my parent will do this and this, maybe my brothers, I can do nothing about it. Yes, personally, I leave it to God because He's able. Yes, personally, I'm a believer and I believe that God is able. So me, I don't waste a lot of time worrying about things that will happen in life. No, personally, I trust in God because He's able to do anything that He can. I remember there was a time in high school I used to fear at night. I used to have a lot of fear when it comes at night, and I was not sleeping. So because I was feeling like something bad will happen at night, but it was due to a certain thing that had happened while I was in Form 2. So I used to fear something bad will happen at night, and it was so intense that I was not sleeping. Then at one time, before I slept, I asked myself, what can I do? Even if I stay here a whole 8 hours, fearing that something will happen, even if that thing happens, nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do to prevent it. So, what did I do? I left it and I slept. Whatever will happen, will happen. Yes. Whatever will happen, will happen. I would like to know about you. Do you fear? Yes. Do you fear demons? Do you fear what will happen at night? Do you fear this? Do you fear sleeping? Because something can happen at night. You should know, what do you fear? Some things we don't have even control over them. It will just happen, whether you fail to sleep, whether you fail to eat, whatever it will happen, it will happen. Personally, I don't fear. Yes, I stopped fearing unknown things. I stopped caring about the future. Me personally, even if you tell something that is about to happen in 2 months and I feel like it is scaring me a little bit and I don't want to, I just leave it at there. Yes. How are you? I would like to know, what do you fear? What scares you? How do you deal with fear? Or how have you conquered fear in the past? Yes. How have you conquered fear in the past? How? Tell me, share with me in the comment section. How? Personally, I've shared about mine. And the other thing that I learned is that in this life we have no control. Yes, we have no control of life. Things just happen. Nobody would have thought that a time would come and we won't be going to church. Imagine the whole of 2020 we were not going to church. The churches were closed. Nobody would have thought. Imagine that it is on Sunday, it is on Sunday, but you are going to church because churches are closed because of COVID. Yes. But it happened and it ended up. Personally, I was also fearing that we will live a life of wearing mask, and was so scared that maybe my kids won't know a life without mask. Yes, it was my fear. Yes, I was just like, oh God, you mean the rest of generations will live a life of wearing mask? Because they used to say that there is no cure for COVID-19. I was so scared. And it was just like, you mean my kids will not know life without mask? They'll be born and they'll find people wearing mask. But guess what? We are here today and we don't have mask. Yes, I usually see people wearing mask, but not like those days, Yes, I used to fear that one, but I'm no longer fearing because it is no longer there. So in life, we don't have control. There are things that will happen and they will happen and you can do nothing about it. You have no control. So I think the best thing is to live each and every time by itself. Yeah, you live a day at a time. Yes, you live a moment at it. Yeah, you don't be worried about so many things. Even the Bible tells us not to be anxious of nothing. Yes, do not be anxious. Do not be anxious of anything. Yes. So I don't know what is the story of fear. Maybe you can share with me in the comment section. Just know you have no control of life. If you are a believer, pray about it. When you pray about it, you have assurance that things will be good. And even when things are not good, be comforted, because sometimes you can do nothing about it. There are things which are out of our control, and the things that we control, they are just minimal. Yes, they're adjusting. Like now we're experiencing inflation. You can't do nothing about it. Whether 1 kg of sugar costs 350, there's nothing you can do alone. Yes, maybe the government can do something, but you at a personal level, there's nothing you can do. Just so live a life a day at a time. That is my take home today. Live a day at a time, knowing that you can do nothing, and don't fear. And then the other thing that I usually ask myself, and the moment I started asking myself this, I think I got a bit of freedom, is what is the worst? What is the worst? What is the worst that can happen? Let it happen. If there is worst that can happen, if there is the worst in the store, let it happen. Personally, I usually say that. What is the worst? Failing exam and life stops there. It can't stop there. It will move. With the time, things will open up. Starting a business and failing, you close. You take a break, you open another one. It works or it fails again, and that is life. That is the way of life. You can do nothing about it. So don't waste a lot of time fearing, because you won't enjoy life when you have a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainties. Otherwise, guys, I'm so happy because of you. I love you so much. I love your feedbacks. Make sure you give me your feedback there in the comment section. Stay blessed, stay happy, stay positive, stay beautiful. Bye.